I got so many compliments on this makeup look that I'm about to show you. A couple of weekends ago, I actually went to an event. It was the first event I've been to since probably before 2020. It was kind of fun because it wasn't a makeup event, but it was the first time like a bunch of influencers were in the same space. It was actually for a brand called Minky Couture, which is a Utah-based brand, which was really fun. And they make my favorite blankets. I am obsessed with them. We have these blankets all over our house. So it was cool to be invited to this event. And of course, you know, I did my makeup like I normally would for an event, and it was shocking to me how many people complimented me because most of the other influencers who were at this event, I keep saying event, but that's what it was. It was like a gala, a spring gala, and it had the most delicious food. It was really, really fun. So I have like a little bit here. They actually had like this massive candy bar. It was a whole thing. But anyway, a lot of people, like everyone there were influencers, but not beauty gurus. So people are bloggers, some people are like food bloggers, lifestyle vloggers, you know, just everything. And so some of them were actually radio hosts too. Like it was a bunch of people. So we all kind of came from different backgrounds and not that many people knew who I was as far as like what I did for a living. What really flattered me was how many people complimented my makeup without knowing that this is what I do for a living. So it was just kind of reassuring to me. So I figured I'd sit down and share with you guys exactly what I was wearing. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. And I do usually do my makeup when it comes to special occasions or events a little bit differently. I like to make sure that it's gonna look good in pictures. I like to make sure that it's gonna look really good in person as well. It needs to be reliable products. I don't wanna be concerned about anything breaking up or doing something weird on my face. So I use products that I love, you know, I use my tried and true for special occasions. So starting off, I did my skincare. I will have all the products that I used that morning to prep my skin, and I actually used my contour device, which is that like little suction device that really firms the skin. I swear by this thing, and I swear not only does it like improve my skin over time, but it also changes how my makeup looks. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I really do feel like it improves the look of my foundation. So I did all that, and I also applied sunscreen. I'll have all those products in the description box down below. I did not go into a primer on this day, but I went straight into my favorite foundation. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation from NARS in the shade Mont Blanc. Anyway, it was so fun to like mingle because it's truly been so long, you guys. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I don't get out much. Like I'm not really a person to like go out on the town. You know, that's just not my vibe. I am such a homebody. My friend group is very small by choice. I really love to have high quality small groups of friends. And so if I do go out, it's usually with 2 other people, max. 3, I guess, if you include my husband. And we either just do a date night in or we go, you know, to a favorite restaurant and then we just giggle and chill. Like I love to giggle and chill, okay? I don't want to go anywhere usually, but it was really fun and really refreshing, I will say, to be around people and new people. Like I haven't met new people face to face in what feels like years, at least not other influencers, if that makes sense. Like I haven't really branched out in that way. So it was so nice to be, you know, at a beautiful event, and it was actually at one of my favorite hotels here in Utah called the Grand America. I love it there. If you live in Utah and you've never even like just explored the lobby, like go explore the lobby. They actually do have a couple of restaurants, so you don't even have to stay there to enjoy the property of the Grand America, but it's just the cutest place in my opinion. I love it, and my husband and I like to do like weekenders at the Grand America to celebrate, you know, special occasions. If we're not wanting to go do a full-on like out-of-town trip, we'll just do that. We'll go to the Grand America and order takeout, and it's really the best. But yeah, it was so fun. They sent us home with some blankets, which was, you know, exciting because I'm not kidding you. I am obsessed with their blankets. I actually do have a code with them. Guys, this is not like sponsored. I'm genuinely just obsessed with this brand. But I have a code. It's Allie G45. I'll have their blankets linked down below. I'm gonna go into my NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. This is exactly what I used. This is like my go-to base right now, and it has been for months, which is so rare for me. I feel like I usually switch it up quite often because I'm trying new things all the time. But this foundation and concealer combo, like, it's everything. I can't put it down. It's so good. And then when I get complimented on it in person, I'm like, why would I stop wearing it, you know? Because it just seems to be as good as I think it is. I think that's what was so fun about receiving compliments on my makeup is like, normally, you know, I do my makeup by myself in my studio by myself. So, you know, there's no one to tell me, ooh, your makeup looks good, or like to validate me. And I, of course, I do it for myself. Like I really do think it looks good based off of my personal opinion, but it's just, you know, it's just extra validating when strangers come up to you. Like there was one really, really sweet girl. I think she was related to the owner of Minky, and she literally came up to me and she was just like, I saw your makeup and I wanted to meet you. She was like, your makeup looks so pretty. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. But it just means the world to me, you know? Because all the events that I've gone to in the past are all beauty events, and so you kind of expect people to be good at makeup. Like everyone looks really good and everyone's makeup just looks, you know, professionally done, or like they know what they're doing when it comes to makeup. So I think I was probably the only beauty guru at this event, so it really just made my day, okay? It really did. I'm now taking my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Cupcake, and I'm using this to set the entire face. I wanted my base to be, you know, my reliable products, obviously, but also just to look really fresh because it was gonna be an in-person event. So this powder, you know, I love to set my entire face with powder. It's just how I personally make my makeup last as long as possible. But I feel like this formula specifically is very undetectable on the skin, but it also adds so much longevity, which is amazing. So I'm just taking a little powder brush and just setting everything. For bronzer, I used my Gucci bronzer. It's just been the bronzer I've been really into right now for the tone and undertone. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this all over, and I wasn't too concerned about making it super snatched or sculpted because it was a daytime like lunch event. So I just wanted to look healthy, you know? I just wanted to have a little bit of a healthy glow. I was obviously wearing something a little bit more, you know, I don't want to say fancy. It was like kind of a denim outfit, but it was lunch appropriate, okay? So I'm a little more casual in my appearance today, but I just wanted to show you what I did makeup wise. So picture my outfit being a little bit nicer. I kind of just went across the eyelids a little bit as well, just to create a little bit of warmth there. I did do a little bit of an eyeshadow look, which I will obviously show you in a bit, but I like to put a little bit of something there just to create more dimension. And I'm also going across the nose. I didn't cover up that blemish very well, but that wasn't there when I was at the event, so just pretend that that's not there now. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. I actually went with my go-to blush, Pat McGrath Flirtatious. This is literally like my staple base routine right now. I just went with what I was familiar with, what I trust right now, and it served me well, okay? Events and special occasions to me is not the time. It's not the time to try out something new. I feel like you can try something new with, you know, combinations. You can try, you know, maybe a smoky eye that you've never really done before. Well, even then, I would still say to just stick to what you know. When it comes to special occasions, I do like to play sometimes. If I'm going to a concert and it's gonna be dark, that's a good time to play with your makeup and do something different. But if you're gonna be in pictures, stick to what you know works, you know, especially base products. I think lip products, things like that, you can switch up. But when it comes to base, it's nice to just know that it's gonna last you all night. I actually didn't wear highlighter that day. I wanted to just kind of keep it more matte, more minimal, more daytime, so I didn't do any highlight. I did end up filling my brows after this, so I'm gonna go in with my Milani brow pencil because that is actually the brow pencil that I wore, so I'm gonna quickly fill my brows with this. I'm just kind of smoothing out the blush lines with my powder brush. Since I was wearing denim and it was like this spring event, I wanted my makeup to look very spring inspired, so naturally, I brought with me my Natasha Denona pastel palette to wear, and it was a really quick look, but I thought it looked so pretty. I felt really pretty in it. And I think this is what got the compliments, honestly, because everything else was pretty basic. So I'm pretty sure it was the lavender shadow that really had people looking or something. I don't know. I'm assuming. So I actually just used 2 shades. That's it. So I took the shade Feather first, and I just grabbed this on a brush, and I actually did do my base first. So I made sure to tap off the excess product, and I just spent a little bit of time here just pressing that into the lid until I got the amount of pigment that I wanted. And you'll see like the bronzer really helps kind of ground the crease, so I didn't really have to do anything there. I just focused on creating a nice lavender base. And I actually did end up kind of brushing it up toward the brow slightly. I thought that would look really pretty, just kind of have like a wash of purple kind of moving up toward the brow. I don't know. This is what I did. And I thought it turned out nice. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I think this is such a fun, easy way to create like a statement spring look, is just to put pastels on the lid and keep everything else really simple. There's something about it that's just so fresh. I actually didn't bother putting anything on the lower lash line, which is usually not like me. I usually like to do that, but for this look, it felt appropriate to just keep it on the top lid. So then I took this really pretty shimmer shade. This is called Duet, and it's a lavender with like a blue shift to it. It's not too sparkly or anything, so I really wanted to just kind of layer this on top. So that's exactly what I did. I just took a little bit and popped it right over top of that lavender color. I liked how the blue was in here because I was wearing like a denim jacket that kind of had a little bit of a pink undertone. So honestly, I felt like it matched my outfit perfectly. And that seems to be a go-to situation for me. Like when in doubt, just match your makeup to your outfit in some way. It doesn't have to be major, but there's something about it that looks really chic. So once that was on, I just kind of brushed the edges again, and it's so subtle, but I think it looks so pretty. And that is all. That's all I did for my eyes. I actually brought my Bite Beauty mascara, which, guys, did you see the heartbreaking news? Bite Beauty is closing. Why does this happen with like some of my favorite brands or brands that make some of my very favorite products? Why? Why does this keep happening? Why are things being discontinued? Why are brands closing? I mean, I know why. You know, it's been a rough 2 years for a lot of people, a lot of brands. The industry is just booming in so many ways, and I feel like, I don't know, it just happens for some people, and it's so sad to me because I feel like Bite Beauty had so many of my favorite products. I will say, I wish they never reformulated their overnight lip mask because that changed my life forever, and changed my life forever in a negative way when it was no longer the same. It just didn't work the same for me. So anyway, I'm really sad about it because I truly love this mascara. It's a staple for me. It's a go-to for me. So I'm gonna have to stock up. I think they're doing like a sale, like a closeout sale on their website. So I'm gonna have to stock up on this mascara because it's so good. Like, it gives such good volume, such good curl. And this is genuinely what I wore to the event, which tells you how much I love it. Anyway, heartbreaking news in the makeup world. So I really focused the mascara on the top lid. I didn't do any eyeliner. I just kind of let the mascara create that definition for me. And I also kind of like swept the lashes outward a little bit, just for a little bit more of an elongated look without using eyeliner. Then I took what was left and I lightly applied a bit of this to the lower lashes. I'm someone who just loves lower lash mascara, so I popped a little bit on the lower. Okay, this is such a simple look, you guys, but sometimes simple is the best because like it allows you to still feel like yourself, but when you use good products, you get compliments, you know? And you also feel really good in your makeup. I was gonna sharpen this, but I can't find my sharpener. I ended up going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium 2. And since I knew it was gonna be a lunch, I didn't want a fussy lip combo, you know? I wanted something that could fade as I was eating and look good without me having to worry about it. So I just lightly traced the edges of my lips with this and kind of colored in the edges. So I kind of used this as my lipstick, I guess. It was kind of my base color, but really lightly, and it helped to prep the lips. I forgot to mention this. Like, I prepped my lips with a little lip balm so that it would glide over really easily and not leave any harsh lines, since this is like a really long wearing, almost tacky lip liner formula. So this kind of helped it not stick down too much. Once I had that down as my base, I was just wanting to feel comfortable on the lips. So I went in with a serum balm from Make Beauty, and this is called, or it's in the shade Halo Moon. It's literally like a lip balm serum gloss thing. It has a little bit of like an iridescent blue purple shimmer to it, which is why I wanted to pair that with my eye look, but it's so subtle and it just feels nice. Like, it literally just felt like I was wearing a lip balm, which is what I was going for. Again, since I was gonna be eating, I didn't want to worry about my lipstick at all. So now I'm just gonna assess the situation really quick and then we'll lock it down, because I feel like that's also the other half of event makeup for me, is making sure that it's gonna stay for hours, you know, or look really fresh for as long as possible. So I'm just adding a little bit more blush to the apples of my cheeks. Now that I have the lip color on, I feel like I can use a little more. Plus, blush is the first thing to fade, so I always like to apply a little extra. Okay, I'm gonna use what's left on the bronzer brush and just kind of Drag it down the neck a little bit more. Okay. And when it comes to special occasions, my friends, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray does not let me down. This is the best setting spray for longevity, hands down. So I'm going to apply this. I actually need to buy more of that. It's very low. And then I took my sponge, as always, and pressed that into the skin. I think this is key when it comes to complexion looking really nice in person. Pressing things into the skin with a sponge after setting spray just gets rid of that extra powdery finish and makes things look so flawless in real life. After that, I never go to an event without my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. It doesn't happen. I live for this. I love it so much. So I applied this in the T-zone just to combat any shine. And then I set my brows with brow gel, and I actually used the Mario Brow Gel. I normally use my Benefit pencil and my Benefit brow gel, but I ran out of both at the same time. So I had to quickly pack my makeup bag because my husband and I actually stayed at the Grand America the night before because it was a great excuse to do a little mini weekend trip. So I packed my makeup bag. I actually brought my Allie Glines Classic Bag Collection in the shade gray. That's what I brought, and I packed that up with my tools bag. So anyway, I kind of like packed quickly and didn't have time to find the replacement of those two, so this was genuinely my brow situation for that day. Okay, that's it. So this is the makeup look that I wore to that event that I got so many compliments on. Literally everyone I talked to and everyone I met said something about my makeup, which made my entire day. But I had so much fun at that event, and it was just a great spring look that didn't feel too over the top for the occasion, but also there was something special about it, something memorable. It was comfortable enough for me to just not worry about my makeup and be able to eat and not stress about my lip color, all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the makeup look that I wore to that event. I figured I would share it with you guys because, again, I don't go out much, so the fact that I had something to go to and actually created like a look for it, I really wanted to share it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the look as much as I do. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.